to say this, Pat. All right, we'll run live. Then we're gonna let it see what it do. What it do. We got a bit fumbling around here. Fake like we do so much. So you got, you got the look the boss. See, this is all what they call prompt. Then we really act like we really put on something. We really change the world. So we put our hands on the mic like that. Wait for somebody to come in. If they can hear us out there, they're gonna say something.
That the flyer was a little
Hmm?
it was a little hard for them to understand. People I know crazy anyway.
I know one thing. It was a terrible thing that happened over there on Minnesota Avenue. Little kids got shot.
Yeah.
Is it the only good thing out of all that nobody didn't die.
Ain't no good thing about
No good thing. But that's the only good thing because it could have been worse. When you got a situation like that, when kids shooting, yeah. Oh, we coming out. Oh, we coming out. Make no mistake about that. There we go, right there. Rick Cummings. How you doing, Rick? Rick on first one on the board. Thank everybody for tuning in. Hey, Rick, how you been doing, Snoop? Got a lot going on in the nation's capital. Everybody talking about Dion leaving. What's up, Rick? What's your thoughts on that? Dion leaving, Brittany Griner being released, the news anchor.
Pat Collins.
What happened on Pat Collins?
He retired.
Pat Collins retired.
No more snow stick.
What? You didn't know that, Jermaine? Pat Collins retired. I didn't know that. When did he retire? He retired today?
Yeah.
Oh, that's big news. Pat Collins retired. So now that's an open spot for a black Pat Collins. Here we are. They're shooting on Minnesota Avenue. Bang, 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 bang.
I think you can get that spot.
I think I can get it too. I've been thinking about it. You know what I mean?
All that
but Pat Collins is the only person that could take a triple homicide and make it seem like a joke. You'd be like, man, 3 dudes just got killed over there.
He added the flavor to a
Chris
story.
Anderson, how you doing, bro? Nigga, your homie, Jermaine. Oh, Chris Anderson. Man, give a little time for a little bit more people to come in. We want to thank everybody for coming in. I got a beautiful guest, man. It's an honor to have him here in the midst of what he's going through on Life on Life's Term. Prime Time did all he could do at Jackson State. Some would disagree, Rick. There was more to be done. But Prime is Prime. But moving right along with our guest, man, I would like to introduce this brother. I've known him over 25 years. He's a very sturdy and steady individual, hardworking man, very sincere, honest, and comical. You know what I mean? He got all the traits of a good friend. You know what I mean? And on top of all of that, he got a lot of love in his heart. He'll do anything in the world for you if he can, as long as he feels that you're not taking advantage of his kindness. You know, a lot of times when people are nice to people who aren't used to people being nice to them, they look at it as a person being weak instead of a person being meek. You know what I mean? So they kind of like try to take advantage of somebody. But we got brakes. That's what we got disc brakes for. In case dude just try to, you put the brakes on, the air brakes on them. You know what I'm saying? CDL brakes, huh? Yes, we'll get to that too. We want to introduce my guest without further ado. Brother S. Henderson Eel. Just bringing him in. First draft. Hey, Kim, how are you doing? Right? How are you doing? Just for those of y'all just tuning in, I want to let y'all know that Brother S. Henderson Eel, we really appreciate you coming out, man, taking time in the schedule. And, come to share your experience, strength, and hope. That's what it's really all about when we had these shows. It's entertainment, but at the same time, we still want to have some valuable information that somebody can take and apply to their life and take it forward, because they say we're more alike than different. A lot of times people always say, I ain't like them, I ain't like them. But if you look at the human makeup of us, we more alike than different. So without further ado, I'd like to bring you Brother S. Henderson Hill. Thanks for coming in, man. This guy has multiple trades. He's a CDL instructor. He's a professional photographer. He's a life coach. And he has a criminal record about a mile long. But neither here nor there, this brother. No, man, I'm just kidding, man. You got to always throw some humor in, man, because for real, when guys come from point A to point B or point A to point Z, they don't talk about all the alphabets that it took to get to Z. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes those alphabets are missed over. And it's a process to get to where we're going, man. And you at a point in your life, man, where, you changed jobs, you moved on with a new company. You was a former employee of DPW for how long?
15 years.
You was with DPW for 15 years. And you made a conscious decision based on you having several businesses of your own, being the CEO, and your living conditions, and based on the economy, you may, for you to change jobs, you have to factor in a lot of different things. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to leave a 15-year job, you don't just up and leave that. That's what made you, before we go back into a little bit about your past, let's talk about the 15 years. Did you learn anything at DPW for 15 years? Or what experience did you gain from that?
First and foremost, I'd like to give praise to Allah before I say anything. Because without him would be nothing. Would know nothing. Couldn't learn nothing. Wouldn't understand nothing. But in the 15 years, I learned a lot. I learned several skills. The world is a classroom. Wherever you go at, you're learning. You know what I mean?
Hold up. See, they just started, brung the 6-8. Then see, he brung the 6-8 flats out early. You know what I'm saying? He started out shaking them up, then he blew in the dice, and he squirreled them right past us. Go ahead back to that, man. Give him, just in case y'all know, get your jewelry box open.
This is real, Skinny.
Yeah, I know it's real. I know
the world is a classroom.
Yeah.
And, it's challenges there. Who would you be without a challenge? Because we're always going through challenges. I drove the trash truck. I was a photographer there. I was a CDL instructor there. I tried to explore in different positions and titles. I tried to reach for whatever I could reach for. You know how we are.
Yeah.
We try to get the best of whatever we can do.
Try to maximize.
And, I got to a point where it just wasn't working no more.
Right.
You know what I mean? I had success due to the will of Allah, of training 100 CDL students. And that was the highlight of my tenure there with DPW.
Right.
Being able to help somebody else, see somebody else win, and impart that information to them about life. Not just CDL, but life.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
You can get CDL training and learn how to drive, but you still have to understand. You have to have the right mind to employ it. You know what I mean? Because when you get out there on that road, it's like life. Man, it's full of obstacles and booby traps, and you're gonna be tested. Your skill gonna get enhanced, because just learning to drive is not skills. It takes time to develop skills.
Right.
And to sum all that up, that's what I acquired at DPW, because it was so many challenges there. It was so many things that I didn't agree with, and there was things that I did agree. It wasn't all bad and it wasn't all good. But what you have to try, what I tried to do, is to make the best out of whatever situation I was in, and try to extract the right things, to extract the right information from every situation that I could use and taking me through life. You know what I mean? Because who would you be without a foe? Who would you be? You're not, and I mean by foe, your challenge.
Yeah, you mean they need the fork in the road. Yeah.
So I was challenged, at that job, but what I wound up doing was creating my own CDL school. And
So if
when I
hold up. So you create when you say you created your own, what
well, I had a plan, Skinny,
no, I
before I
mean,
left, right?
I know you got a plan. I'm talking about what are some of the things when you because see when sometimes people say he had his own school. Now a growing mind was like, how you do, because everything's how to do. So what do you do to start a school? CDL instructor school.
Well, from the experience that I gained there, I learned all the pros and cons about CDL training, skills tests. I knew all of the players at Department of
Oh,
Public.
right. So you basically, I got what you're saying. So you saying
I found out
that
everything I needed to know
it's
to start.
hold on. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah. I'm on the podcast. All right. All right. Yeah. Yeah. So
So I found out everything I needed to know to be able to start a business, right? And then I weighed it. I said, if it fail or succeed, I still got my CDL,
right,
right? I said, if the worst come to worst, I can always get me a job,
right,
right?
right.
But I said my goal is to get me a school, get me a bus. I bought a bus while I was still there.
So you brought a bus.
Yeah, I had a bus, a 44 passenger Bluebird. You rode on them kind of buses.
Yeah, right. I sure did.
Sure
did.
I had one of them.
So a
And
44 passenger bus. Give me a estimated price range on a 44 passenger
well, it
bus.
was a used.
I ain't worried about
It was
it.
25,000.
Okay, bet. Okay, so you can get you get a used. What was it? What year was it?
It was 2011.
Okay, 2011. So like a lot of dudes pay $25,000 for a Benz. Well, you brought 25,000 44 passenger bus. That's a good. Man, that was a great investment. I thought that was great. You still had a bus?
Yeah, I still got it, but this is the thing, Skin.
We need to have
When I got the bus, when I got my LLC, I got my business license, I got my EIN number. I got all those documentations that I needed to be a business. You know what I mean?
Right.
The pandemic hit.
Right.
Soon as I left my job, soon as I left DPW, the pandemic hit and everything went downhill.
So that's 2020.
Yeah, that's
That was
2019, 2019,
Yeah,
2020.
pandemic was 2020 March and 2020 where it's official. It really was 2020 after Kobe died, but
Yeah.
in March is where they actually labeled it a pandemic.
And when they shut everything down, that shut me down. Right? I couldn't afford to pay the insurance no more because I wasn't making no money.
Right.
The DMV wasn't open.
Right.
I couldn't test nobody.
It's probably the worst thing. The worst thing could happen to somebody who just started a bit. I'm gonna tell you who else told me the same thing, and I know you're telling the truth. A good friend of mine is Crab Boss. In case y'all don't know, Crab Boss is located on 8th Street in Waldorf. And he's a good friend of mine. As soon as he got Crab Boss, the pandemic hit on 8th Street.
Well, he was doing that before, but I mean, before he got into the building, he was
outside. He was on Waldorf.
Yeah.
He had already had something up and running.
Before that.
Right. He had something. He was doing like a food truck.
Yeah.
Right. But I'm just saying, show you. But when he started his new one, which he thought was going to be the money train, which I'm going to get him in there too. You're not begging, but we talked about interview. I supposed to been done an interview with him. Soon as he got it, the pandemic hit. So everything shut down. Imagine investing, and not only investing your money, you got your mind ready to work. So you all amped up, and then they shut you down.
Crushed me. That crushed me.
It's a mental block that comes with that.
I went through a stage of depression.
Yeah, I can believe that.
You know what I mean? Because I'm like, man, I had everything mapped out. I knew how to do what I do. You know what I mean? I was a master teacher. And man,
you was set up to get rich.
Man, I was.
But it wasn't your time then.
It wasn't my time.
So you telling me Allah ain't ready for you to have.
See, a lot of best of planners. You know what I mean? We got a plan, but he got a plan that's better than ours.
Right. Okay.
Even when it looked like things ain't going right for you, you know what I mean? He got a blessing for you.
Okay.
So
okay. Now hold on, that's my daughter. She probably out back. Yep. Yes, baby. Okay. You at the door. Come and get your name. See, when you got a little 22-year-old daughter,
Yes, sir.
that's your heartbeat.
Yes, sir.
That's my youngest child.
Yes, sir.
She do anything to support her daddy, right? She wants to come and talk and all that. But go ahead.
Yeah, but you know that crushed me, and like I say, the world is a classroom. You know, I had to extract the knowledge and the wisdom that came from that as well. You know what I mean?
Right.
Being defeated, feeling defeated. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I had to get over my emotional state so that I can get my feet back on solid ground, because you know I was emotionally distraught.
Right.
You know
Yeah, I bet you was, because you had and plus you were ready.
I was
you
ready.
Probably were more ready. You already showed you was ready. You brought the bus, but you still got the bus?
Yeah, I still.
Oh, we're gonna do some Kings to Men trips. Oh, we're gonna do something. You can load it. How much does it cost?
Sell that thing.
How much does it cost to fill up? How much does it cost to fill up a 44-passenger bus?
Probably.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Probably a good 100. Hello. All right.
It's my daughter and her girlfriend Kelsey. All right. It costs 100 and how much?
Probably about 150.
And for the guests that just came in, we were talking about how, and see, my daughter's an entrepreneur too.
Yes.
So this is one of the reasons why I wanted to
hit.
hit.
My buddy right there?
Yeah, that's Tay. Yeah, she
Tay?
just got her Chaka Khan wig on today. So you know, she changes in a different thing, you know what I mean? And plus, you know, they might be a little frozen, you know what I mean? So they coming in off the cuff, you know. Hey, we got spoken to car and dad. Okay, well look, this is what we're gonna do. This is one of the reasons why I wanted to be here, because Tay, you just coming in, and we was just talking about how Stan started a business. He's a CDL instructor. Started a CDL business. This is what he did. He actually brought a 44-passenger bus, which you can teach people how to, like Ernie, like your brother, teach people how to receive their CDL, right? But when he brought it, in the midst of when he purchased the bus, the pandemic hit. So what he's basically saying, he tied his funds up, he tied his ambition up, he tied everything. And then as soon as he got ready to go, everything freezed. The DMV was closed. They weren't allowing no trips. Everything was shut down.
They were shutting down everything. You couldn't gather.
Right.
You know,
yeah, you couldn't. Yeah, it was only a certain amount of people could be around and all that.
But the CDL train, that was dead.
You couldn't train nobody because nobody could come out.
Yeah, but that was a storm, man. You know what I mean?
What do you suggest for somebody
that goes through a storm?
No, not going through. Everybody go through storm. What would be your advice to somebody that just opened up a business? Say, like my daughter, she does. She's a hairologist, right?
Right. I seen her work.
Anything dealing with hair,
she like that.
She can handle that, but she's in transition from moving from one spot to another. Now, right now, a lot of people haven't been paying attention to the economy, because sometimes when you got spending habits, you don't pay attention to the prices and how things are going up because you're addicted to spending. But a good business person got to always pay attention to the numbers, right?
But let me say this, Skinny, and I see where you're going at. To win, you got to be strategic, right?
Okay.
You got to be able to cut off the things that's not working with you, that's working against you, and you got to study the terrain, the demographics. You know what I mean? You got to figure out what's going on in this time zone and this time for my business. You know what I mean? And you got to be strategic about it. You know what I mean? It's not like you throw something up in the air and it turn to magic. You got to put that stuff. You got to study this thing. It's a craft. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What you talking about? Life?
Business.
Okay, business.
Yeah, you got to be strategic. You know what I mean?
Hold on for 1 second. Still got to be at there all the time. Go on back around there with that, and then the ice over there. Yeah. Yep. They done had one in. You know. Yeah. But look.
Yes, sir.
One of the reasons that I always try to keep my daughter in the loop with all the things that I do, because it's a learning process. Young people trying to find their way, especially when they get out of college, when they get out.
That's your job.
Yeah,
that's your job.
My daughter and her girlfriend, they got out of hair school, and they trying to figure out to and fro.
That's your job, to be a teacher.
And see, what to and fro to me and you is from 50 to 70. But to and fro to them is what? 20 to 30. See, because it's a decade at a time. When we get our age, it's 20 years at a time. Because you planning for the next 20 years, right?
Yeah. How old you, Skin?
I'm 58 years old.
Okay.
How old are you?
I'm 59.
Okay, you 59. I'm planning for the next 20 years. See, my goal is to outlive my
That's
wife.
all?
My goal is to outlive my
That's
wife.
all you want to do is 20, 20 more?
No, I'm just saying I'm planning for the next.
Okay.
I just told you my goal. My goal is to outlive my wife. See, if I can outlive my wife, then I get the insurance, and then I can get the convertible vet. No, I'm just
sound like
I'm just playing.
sound like you
No, because I know my wife trying to outlive me.
Sound like a
I know my
conspiracy
wife.
right here.
I know my wife trying to outlive me, so she can buy a little convertible Benz and all ride around the head flying. And then see, once I'm gone, I'm gone.
Yes, sir.
Right? But getting back on a serious note,
Yes, sir.
we were talking about some of the things and pitfalls that you had along the way. We in 2021. You were hit with the pandemic. You went on the limb. You purchased a bus. You purchased everything because you had several businesses. You were a photographer. You're a professional photographer. You've done weddings. You've done ceremonies. You've done deaths. You've done funerals. You've done wakes. You've done everything.
Skinny, at the same time that I was working on this CD, I was working on my photography.
Right.
You know, learning different things, buying different equipment. And then also the ad, I was catering. I was doing catering.
Yeah,
right?
you was doing catering because you're bringing food past our job.
I was on survival mode
Right.
with catering.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because once the CDL crashed, I was like, man, what I'm gonna do? You know?
So you was in the whole what?
Huh?
25
or more. You know
so let's say 50.
But I ain't.
Okay, all right. 25 now. Try to keep you at 25. You're talking about a little more. You want to fluff it up.
Me, not you.
Man, I'm in the whole war of 20, 50,000. I ain't worried about that.
I'm hurting.
Yeah, but right now I'm just trying to tell people.
I was hurting at that time.
But listen.
But see, at the time that I was hurting, I still was looking out abroad trying to figure out what else can I do. Because I had several options.
Right.
You know what I mean? The photography was a spot thing.
Right.
You know, so you have a wedding here, you have a party here, a photo shoot. It's not like an everyday thing. I didn't take it to the level of that. I could, because photography is broader than that. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? You can take pictures for grocery stores, their food. You know, it's for the news people or whatever. I didn't go to that extent. I could have if I was pursuing.
But you did do several successful events. I seen your work.
Most definitely.
You did several. It ain't like
Most
you just
definitely.
cut.
I'm still doing
right.
it.
That's what I'm saying. It ain't like you just brought a camera and did an Instagram shoot. You did events where they were very nice. I seen the work. So it just, just because you had so much going on at one time, it was hard to capitalize off of it.
Well, I'm like you. You know what I mean? Got 10 things going on at the same time.
Oh, you threw me back in the bus. I'm just, man, listen. I'm just a guy that, sometimes people like myself, I'm an idealistic. I come up with ideas every night. My mind, my mind races.
That's it.
Sometimes I can't sleep because I got so many ideas.
That's it.
But see, it used to be a time in life where I can make my ideas materialize a little faster because I had a little bit more paper. But I'm an honest guy now.
But see, the knowledge of self, right? Mm-hmm. You were made in the image and likeness of the Creator, right? Okay. That means you have the ability to create. You know what I mean? You can see a thing in your mind and you can bring it and manifest it.
Well, the ill is what? A creator and the bay is the governor?
Yeah, but I'm just talking about man, right? That's true what you just said. I'm just talking about man and woman. We got the ability to create anything that we see in our mind.
Oh, yeah, no question.
You can't see it, you can't create it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I that go hand in hand with
but everything, to be honest, everything you see in this plane or in this time frame shows you how much the mind can create. Just because you didn't create it, you should also know that a mind created. So that's a possibility as a man. That's the same thing you just said.
Exactly.
Now, to go back a little further, because I dug a little deep in your archives, right? And what happened?
What you doing in my
No,
archives?
I'm saying I dug a little deep in your archives to find out, man, because see, everybody look at you up here, you got a button-down shirt and all that from, your CDL instructor and photographer and all that. But to and fro is one thing, but that dash is something else. And let's go back to when you were in elementary.
What?
Yeah. What kind of guy? See, people don't like to talk about what kind of guy I was in elementary. Let me just confess me. The kind of guy I was in elementary. I used to joan, I used to play, you know what I'm saying? Just I was very silly, right? And but in elementary is the first place where I knew I was a little mischievous.
I know who put you up.
No, no, no,
I
no,
know who
no. I'm
did it.
telling you, when I was in elementary, see, I'm giving you something. When I was in elementary, that's when if you know yourself, right? We're going back to knowing ourselves. You should know when you first start realizing, well, I'm not a square, right? Because you would do things that squares didn't do. Like me personally, I first started knew when I was mischievous when I used to go to the store. Maybe I was in the fourth, fifth grade, and we used to steal, right? And I wasn't raised like that, so it was the curious part of me that wanted to
I
explore.
get what you're saying, brother. Okay, I'm gonna give you this little piece, and I know the brother who put you on.
Why you say I put somebody in?
Yeah,
Why you say
I ain't
somebody
gonna call their name.
Why
I
you
feel
say
like
somebody
calling
put
their
me up
name.
to something? I'm just.
You talking about you went back in the archives.
I mean,
that ain't on no records nowhere. That's a circle information. Our little circle. that ain't on no file you can go look at.
Well, yeah, it's top secret information.
But anyway,
but I know you're in a different place now.
But anyway, when I was in the 6th grade, I was the worst of the worst. I had a beautiful mother. She tried to instill all of the principles and the direction in me.
Shout out
I was
to
hearing it.
Shout out to moms.
But yeah, she no longer here no more.
Mm-hmm.
But, I was hearing it, but I wasn't hearing. I was hearing the street more. I got put out of elementary in the 6th grade. I had a gun in my locker.
Hold on. Slim. Hey, Slim, wait a minute. Hold on.
Farley Marley was in the same. Me and him went to school together.
Hold up. Man, this man had a gun in the
6th grade.
You had a gun in the.
They put me out of public school in the 6th grade.
So wait a minute. Hold up. You had a gun in the 6th grade, Slim.
I had a Saturday night special.
Oh, 22. Okay, all right. But that's still big to a 6th grader.
I understand. Well, they put me out of elementary.
What elementary was you going to at that time?
I was going to Friendship Elementary in Southeast.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
And what year was that? That was in the 70s.
Man,
that was like 72.
That was the early 70s.
Yeah, 72, 71. Because you say you 50. You say you 59. I'm 58. Yeah. In 72, I think I was in the 4th grade. Because I graduated in 82.
I was in the 6th grade. I remember.
Yeah, so I say you 1 year older than me.
I was smart. I was smart in school, but I didn't want to be smart in school.
So that's the mischievous that. And see, that's what I'm saying. If you go back to how do we get to a certain place, we always got to go back to when we first. A lot of people don't look at that. A lot of people don't.
See, I went back there. I try to figure out how did I get off on this path.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I think it contributed to the anger that I had about my father. He wasn't there. You know what I mean? And by my father not being there, that made me angry because, he wasn't never there and he wasn't supporting my mother. My mother was doing all this stuff and I was gravitating to the street. I didn't have things that I wanted, you know what I mean? So I was just like, man, I'm going to go out here and get it.
Listen, guess what Frank said? Now you Charleston White. He said, bring them wings. Look at Frank. He said, stop cooking. Now he into Charleston. See that? But see one thing about Charlotte, he met you in a part of your life where he just seen. See, that's why I be trying to.
He ain't know.
He don't know. That's what I try to tell young people. That's what That's why I try to tell people. Just because you get in an argument with the dude that work on the bus, you don't know where he was at prior to him being a bus driver. You know what I'm saying? So, dude, man, that sucker motherfucker, he working. He in bus driver. Man, I was about to knock him out. Slim, he might have just came home, did 20 years. You know what I'm saying? Don't get fooled by the uniforms. You know what I mean? You got to know what you know. So Marcus, when the Cowboys like, oh Lord, you talking about PS5? These dudes, man, they just shoot at me. They just catch me when they can catch me. Man, you can't beat me on PS4. No, I done beat him off the game. Got another game. Yeah, but anyway, going to leaving the 6th grade, you was able to go to middle school where?
I went to Brown I went to
Brown right there by
Brown.
Spingarn?
Yeah, I went to
Okay,
Brown
yeah.
for like 1 week.
Yeah, I rewired Brown.
Yeah, they were doing them but gambling all the time
Yeah, Brown.
outside,
Yeah,
right?
Brown's right across from Spingarn. A lot of people don't know where Brown is.
Yeah.
Brown's right there
It's
across from.
another. It was a trade school in between Brown and Spingarn. I can't remember the name of it. But however, that's where we used to be at out there shooting dice.
Let me ask you a hypothetical question.
Yes, sir.
What do you think about two issues I want to ask you about? What do you think about Brittany Griner being released?
Well, I mean, I think it's a blessing that she got herself out of that situation. And I think it was in part, it was, she had something to do with herself being in that situation. But man, dealing with Vladimir Putin, man, he's a vicious tyrant, man. You know what I mean? Yeah. And the reason he do things and don't do things, man, it's unpredictable. He unpredictable about what he may or may not do, right? And United States, they got their own, reputation as well.
Yeah.
But,
yeah.
I'm just, I'm happy that the young lady got herself out of there.
Yeah.
That they found a way to negotiate and trade the merchant of death.
The merchant of death.
And he wanted the merchant of death back in his country.
But look, if you listen, let me ask
issues. You know what I mean?
Yeah, let me ask the people in the audience. Let me ask the people in the audience. What do you think about? Go ahead. You can speak it to the mic. Go ahead.
It's crazy.
It's crazy, meaning?
It is, because honestly, would Brittany care if we was over there locked up? No, she wouldn't lose an ounce of sleep.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like they traded with somebody that was targeting Americans. So what predicament did you put us in now that this person is released? It's somebody, a Marine that's over there that's been there for 4 years, locked up. Why are you not fighting as hard for him?
Because the publicity of it, you know what I mean? They put so much heat on it for her. I ain't never heard of him. I never knew he was over there.
I'm gonna tell y'all something. That's why I love
politics.
That's why I love to respect people's opinions. A lot of people think when people have different opinions, it's a bad thing. Different opinions are eye openers, right? You learn. There you go, Slim. You learn something. But let me tell you something. Politics is a dirty game. It's like a dope game. Now, Brittany Griner got traded for the merchant of death.
Yes, sir.
Based on the numbers. Merchant of death had 25 years. He did 12. Off 25 years in DC or in the Bureau of Prisons, you do 20. What is that? She got 10 years. So I'm going to give you the numbers. And we're coming into the numbers I'm going to talk. He had 25 years. He did 12. You do 85% of 25. He got 8 left. 20, he gone. Right? Brittany Griner got 9 years. She did 10 months. Do the math. Off 9 years, you'll do close to 8 years because you do 85% or whatever. So it was real. That's why the U.S. wanted to get both of them, right? But the dude is a spy. And the times don't correlate. That's why, we're not giving y'all 2 for 1. Because, and rule number 2 is, dude was on Trump's watch. He didn't pull him. He been over there. See, that's a different administration. So if you come to clean up a mess, how can you clean up a mess you don't know nothing about? I can get this spill on aisle 9 because somebody called, boom, there's a spill on aisle 9. Okay, we can deal with that. But how do you get the spy out? And that was underneath a different administration. So you don't know where to start, how it happened. You don't really have all the facts. But Brittany
they got the facts.
No, they don't have them because Trump was in office. You ain't never got no facts when Trump was in office. You got what's supposed to be facts. But them ain't no facts. He on his other kind of time. But I'm saying, and then Brittany Griner got locked up on Biden's watch. Now, I don't know everything, but I just threw them factors in there so people can look. the different way. Just like I like what she said, the guy, he been over there for 4 years and all that. But the times got to correlate too. They ain't just giving up person for person. That ain't happening.
It's something else going on.
Yeah, that too.
It's some underneath.
Yeah, that too.
I think it's some underneath things going on.
Yeah,
you know
of course. Yeah, but they're not just giving up. She in the WNBA and no. You got 9 years left. You got 10 years left. You know what I'm saying? Because the boy been locked up 12 years. See, he just an arms dealer over here. Well, he's he's like Jason Bourne. He's like, I want him back. You know what I'm saying? Oh, he bought his business there. Anytime your nickname is the Merchant of Death, you get somebody's head knocked off. You know what I'm saying? And that's real good. And that's what people looking at.
Look what Russia is.
Yeah, I know. They think about Brittany Griner. She just making layups. So you're like, wait a minute, you letting the Merchant of Death go for somebody that can dunk? Man, you gotta get somebody else. Bring Marion Bird back to life. You know what I'm saying? You start thinking like that. But I'm just saying, hypothetical. I just threw that in there, just jazz up a little bit because y'all been sleeping on Slow Joe. He walk around. Joe Biden. But he been working while people are sleeping. I'm gonna tell you something. This is another thing too. The way it's set up now, Jermaine, check it out. It ain't in our time because we different. But the young people's time, that's why I get and my daughter tell me, I raise her, go to your grandma's house. Go see your grandma. If you don't be taught that, then you won't do it. You know what I'm saying? See, you was blessed enough to stay your grandma. You know what I mean? Boom, boom, boom. But the kids now, the average person that's being grown up, they might be a certain amount of miles from their grandmother. And once they get grown, once they get in their life, they don't see her as much. So you don't have that connection that you should have. Let me tell you what a dude told me. And this is for everybody.
What did he tell you?
He said, if your father was the best mechanic in the town and trained you, you would be better than your father, right?
That's what we hope.
Hold on. Listen, we just speaking the numbers. If your father trained, you're gonna be better than your father because time going more information. You're gonna be better. Well, I'm gonna get to the bulk of what I'm saying. Now, your son have a son. Now, his grandfather and his father helped train Shorty. Shorty gonna be better than both of them put together.
But you forget one
Hold
thing.
up.
You forget one thing.
Hold up, man. You're gonna miss it. You're gonna miss it.
I don't want you to get too far down the road.
I'm great. I'm great. Get to you. Now, you take the young guy who's the third generation, right? Who's been taught he's been handed down 2 lessons of what works. I'm talking about, I just said his father was the baddest mechanic. His grandfather was the bad. He gave it to his son.
You got a flag I can throw.
Hold on. He gave it to his son, but guess what? Now his son get to be better than the father and the father. Now, check this out. Reverse that. Just imagine if the grandfather was some shit and he passed down some shit to his son. And then he passed down some shit to his son. What you think you're going to get? You think you're going to get a top-notch mechanic or you going to get a killer? No. We're not talking about. Let's do the numbers. What do the numbers say? You could, but it's going to be 1 out of 50.
It's going to be a low percentage. But what I wanted to toss in there, right, that kid, that son, or whoever, that grandson, he got to want that. You know how you might want things for your children?
No.
Hold up, Skin.
It's the desire. You got to have passion for it.
If he might not want it, but you might want it for him, right? You're gonna be the top notch, top of the line mechanic, top of the line newscaster, Pat Collins like yourself.
Mm-hmm.
But if you trying to pass that down,
No.
You trying?
See, you talking about what could have happened if he don't.
If he don't want it,
we already passed. We already passed whether he wanted. We talking about how somebody can. This is how somebody who's generational. This is how generational curses start.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? It's what you're being taught. When you're being taught something, right? You're gonna pick it up based on the way you're being taught.
But like you said, it's a small percentage of the opposite.
Why are you looking at the
It's
glass?
Why
are you looking at
both sides?
No, man. Why you looking at
look at?
So you telling me when you look at the cup, you're looking at it half full instead of half empty?
I'm gonna explore both.
Oh, I'm asking you what you see. When you look at the cup, would you see a half full?
Philosophically, I'm gonna look at it from different points of view.
No, I'm asking you. If I look at a glass and it got a half a cup of water in it, I'm gonna say the cup half full. You're gonna focus on the half empty?
Yeah.
You're missing what's in it.
No, it's still the same.
Because you focus on what ain't in it.
The same thing.
No, I'm not.
We saying the same thing.
No, because you done made perception your reality. I'm telling you, if you look at a cup, it got a half a glass of water in it, and you look at it and say, man, that joint half empty. That means you missed what was in it.
It don't make no difference what's in it.
It do.
Discussion is what you were saying about passing down generation.
Yeah, we know what he's saying is true.
Also, him pointing out that
I thought we was past. I thought we talking about a successful situation. We talking to somebody who's accepting the information, right?
You gotta add that in your.
But I thought you already knew that. You know, we all thought this is what Facebook for dummies. Oh. Damn, I got to show this mama. But look, what I was saying is, this is what I was saying. I thought he was with me. See, that's back to what I'm saying. See, he already went to how it couldn't work because he see the glass half empty. See, it's how you perceive stuff. That's what I'm trying to show him. You see what I'm saying? Because he said, well, if he don't want it, we already know that.
Ignorance is passing down.
Ain't no question. Ain't no question. That's how you got. That's how you got. That's how you might have.
I'm not disputing.
His house.
And see why.
He be like,
yeah, I see why he lunching.
I see why he the way he is. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm surrounded by 10 of him.
Well, the only reason, like you said, because you had a gun in the 6th grade, because you need to start listening to me. You had a gun, but listen, the only reason you probably was able to survive because you said the key thing. What? There you go.
I wasn't taught
That's what I'm going to say.
In my household.
That's what I'm trying to say. That's the key. That little bit what you was taught overpowered the bull crap. Because the little bit that you was taught was so real, and you wouldn't let that go. Because you could easily, man, F what mom taught me. I'm doing everything I learned over here. So you were still wrestling with that. Me too. Because I wasn't raised like that. I wasn't raised to get no 18, 20 years, no penitentiary. Leave my door, leave my kid. I wasn't raised like that. But
that's the point I was making.
I made choices.
But that's the point I was making.
But ain't nobody teaching
you
me.
Was taught all the right things because I did some research on you too. Oh, I got some background. Man, look at listen. This I'm interviewing you. Look, 19th and Benner Road down the street from Wings. Listen, man. What do you say, Dion? Environment and leadership always wins. Generational success is about 3 to 5 generations. Exactly. Now, see, we got to stop. Listen, that's how they did us. They found us out so fast, Slim. If you look at our generations now, Slim, they done broke us down. Man. Even each set of parents get younger and younger and younger. You know what I'm saying? So the younger you are, the less informative you're going to be. And don't get me wrong, Bill Gates is the youngest man, richest man in the world. That's 1 out of every what? Yeah. Huh? Yeah, but it wasn't. And see, you know what? I'm gonna tell you something, though, sir. Even when your moms had you at 17, you got to look at the environment that you came up. Yeah, that plays.
That's a big deal.
That's a fact.
That's a big deal. It ain't like you cool because man, you in a safe haven of where you was brought up. But you take that same instance and throw your Benner Road. And no knock on Benner Road because I love all parts of the city, but we just talking about facts. Time's gonna be a little shifty.
Throw you up in Ridge Road.
Or anywhere. You know what I mean? Our neighborhood went to what it is now. It used to be a little quiet neighborhood, but it's a few things in the neighborhood. You could take any good neighborhood and put a few things in it and turn it into something else. You put drugs, alcohol, you know what I'm saying? Then you turn it into people start turning on each other, people get on drugs, people start disrespecting each other. Now you just got a neighborhood. You got a hood. Neighborhood go to a hood. It starts with being a community. Everybody, I can come down Miss John's house and get some sugar. Now people be knocking on people door like you looking at through the ring camera. What is she doing? Is she tripping? You know, people looking at people on the ring camera now before they even get out of bed. You ain't got to open the door. Let's get to the bulk of why we brought you here, because this is a health session.
Yeah,
I wanted to break. I couldn't just come out with that, Slim, because I know it's a tough topic, man, because it's tough for me to even ask you questions about it. But you at a point in your life where you said speeding it up. Recently, you had a physical, and you found out some life-changing things in the physical, which has altered the way you think about your whole future. Now, I'm going to allow you to express that, because I don't want to question what happened and all that, because I'm sure you got.
I like your question. You're interesting.
You like my questions.
But anyway, let me.
You always want to battle me. Everybody want to battle me.
Skin, this ain't nothing new.
No, I know that's how we go.
What we do.
That's how we go. Yeah, I know.
But
my wife loves. She would let you. She probably lift and laugh and say, "Stan, he getting them again." Go ahead, though.
Now, most men, especially of our
age bracket.
Yeah, our age bracket.
What is the age bracket? 40 and over?
40, 50, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
60. We don't really pay attention to our health. Like when I got my checkup, I was going for something else.
Mm-hmm.
Something on my side that was bothering me.
Mm-hmm.
And they did the full blood works and the CAT scans, and they said everything all right. But they said, but in the blood work, they said your PSA is a little elevated, right?
What is a PSA?
That's your prostate.
Okay.
And that's a problem organ for Asiatics, so-called black men, right? Mm-hmm. That organ presents a problem, and it only affects our race.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
what do you mean, our joint won't get hard?
Well, let me get to
I thought you
before we get into that, you jumping.
No, I'm just saying you said a problem. You try to single that out like,
Your prostate is a trouble organ once you get a certain age.
Right.
So what I'm saying is it has something to do with you urinating.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
You can't. Now, if it's really severe, then you won't be able to, erectile dysfunction.
Right. Erectile dysfunction. Right.
The prostate, let me tell you what the prostate do. The prostate produces the fluid for the semen, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it helps in the process of your reproduction system, right? And then also it got nerves that's hooked to your brain, right? That gets you aroused, so you can get aroused if you see something or feel something, right?
Okay.
So this particular organ, right? They had to do a biopsy because it was elevated. It was a 7 point something, right?
So 7 point something is high.
Yeah, that's elevated. That's not high, it's elevated.
Okay. All right.
2 point something is normal. 2 point something to 4 something is normal. 7 point something is elevated.
So it's alarming.
Yeah, it's alarming.
Okay.
So what they suggested was that you get a biopsy.
What is a biopsy?
That's when they take pieces of tissue of that particular organ and test it for cancer. Right?
Okay.
That's what they're trying to rule out, cancer.
Okay. So wait a minute, when they take pieces of where they take from your prostate?
Yeah, they take it from your prostate. They took like 7 samples.
Okay.
Right. All six of them was
negative.
Negative.
That's what banal means, negative.
Yeah.
Good.
It's not cancerous.
Right.
And then there was one that was malignant, right?
Malignant means
malignant. That means cancerous. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's bad. But however, they judge that particular cancer that they found with something that's called a Gleason score. Right?
Okay.
So they rate it, you know what I mean? So the rating that I got was 6. That's the lowest rating that you can get as a prostate cancer.
That's good.
Right. That means that they caught it early, It wasn't a lot.
That's because you go to the doctor
And it's
all the
slow
time.
growing.
You go to the doctor all the time.
But no, let me tell you, Skinny, I used to go to the doctor all the time. It come a point where you take it for granted. I'm
Right.
all right.
Yeah,
Ain't nothing wrong with
Yeah,
me.
good health is always taken.
Everything working. You know what I mean? I'm doing whatever. I'm still, I still got it. But you can't predict when you're gonna be handed a storm, right?
Yeah.
This is a different kind of storm that I never experienced in my. I done been through some storms, but this one, it's top them all. When they said that C word, man, it crushed me. I was like, dang, that's like death sentence.
It scares you.
It scared me.
Yeah, it
You know what I mean? Tears drop. You know what I mean? I shake it off, get myself back together. Tears drop again. I'm starting to worry about it. So I said, I got to do something. You know what I mean? To stabilize this.
Right.
And I went into my tool bag and all the lessons that I learned. I said, the best thing that I can do is try to get this word out here.
Mm-hmm.
So all of my friends is in my age category,
right,
or a little younger. I said, man, I'm gonna try to bring their awareness up so they can go get their prostate checked. Because if you get it checked early and they catch it early, you good. You can beat it. You got a 99% chance of beating it. They say it's 3 million people every year that find out that they got prostate cancer, and a lot of them walking around and don't even know they got it because they don't go get it checked. See, the thing is, we as men, we got a problem with that finger thing that they do, to check.
They do the finger?
Yeah, they do finger thing, right? But you can get the PSA, the blood, you can get the blood test, right? And the blood test will let you know if it's grown or if it's elevated, right? And I elected to take the blood test because I just didn't like the idea.
Yeah. I understand.
Right?
I understand.
That's why we don't go.
That's one of the main reasons.
That's one of the reasons we don't go get it checked.
It's hard for a tough joker like yourself to go on in there,
bend over,
then bend over,
they put
and
the
watch
stuff
a dude,
on their finger, the glove.
Watch a heavyweight
and
champion
with
the big old heavyweight hands, putting on big old glove. They got class rings on.
No. My first question, is it another way you can do this?
Yeah.
And it is.
Right,
the blood.
Right.
The blood work.
Everything that can be done through the blood
work. But even if they go through with their finger, right, and feel it and all that, they still can't determine if it's cancerous or not. They can just feel if some abnormalities exist in the
actual
texture of that area, right? So, but the blood work is more essential to me because it tell you exactly if it's elevated, right? It's tell you what, and it's telltale signs in the blood that let you know exactly about their prostate, right? So, but one of the things that we got to do, our people, and it's predominantly affect us. You know what I mean? Out of all the races, we the one predominantly dying from it. You know what I mean? And you can walk around with no symptoms at all.
Till it's too late.
And when you do get a symptom, that thing can be at the worstest level, aggressive, spreading. You know what I mean?
Some of the symptoms where guys starting to realize something that's abnormal. It's like blood.
But it could be too late.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying. That's what happened with a lot of people. They waited too late.
The message I'm trying to get out here, right?
Get it now.
Stay getting a check every year, right? If you just do the PSA, get the blood work done so you can see your numbers and keep a detailed record of what your PSA is every year, right? Because that's one of the problematic organs that exist in us. You know what I mean? You don't know it, and then they can't tell you why it happens. You know what I mean? They saying that they don't know why prostate cancer occurs, right? But then educationally, you can look at the food that we eat. Right. You know what I mean? Saturated fats.
You mean carry out?
Processed foods.
So you mean carry out?
Dairy, the dairy products.
So you mean carry out?
Sugars. You know what I mean?
Another carry out.
Yeah, all that fried food. You know what I mean? Instead of eating the vegetables and the fruits, you know what I mean, with all of the antioxidants that we need to help curb, cancerous
We definitely
cells.
to be honest, we definitely as a nation, especially our people, because we definitely have turned into pigs. We eat almost anything. We eat all the time.
And then they put anything in it.
And we eat, and now we done got
You
away.
don't know what's in
we
it.
done, we don't, yeah, we done got away from actually cooking. See, once you can't cook your dope, you know how good it is.
But even in cooking, you got to select the right foods. You know what I mean?
I agree with you on that 100%, but at least you can oversee what you're selecting and what you're cooking.
Like if you eating that processed food, like the sister was saying, or if you eating all this red meat, you know what I mean? Especially chicken. The beef and the chicken, because they injecting and giving them animals all kinds of.
Because you know why? Because it's a supply and demand.
Yeah,
supply and demand. They don't have stuff growing faster than we eat. They can't keep. We eat.
And guess what we eat at? Chick-fil-A, Popeyes, McDonald's. All that food is poor. It's pure.
There go Joy Garrett Bay. You know that brother?
Yeah, that's a sister.
Oh, hey, Joy. How you doing, sis? Joy Garrett Bay.
Joy.
T. Henderson, I'm so proud of the man you have become. It's an honor to me to call you my brother. I hope they listening because they can learn. This brother.
Look, that sister right there.
Yeah.
She just overcame cancer.
Right.
She had breast cancer, right?
Right.
And I want to give a shout out to her business. She getting ready to start. It's called.
Okay, hold on. We're gonna do a quick sponsor. Any man over 45 needs to get checked. Period. Exactly. Every year, unless you want to die.
Exactly.
You ain't gay for having an exam.
That's right.
Chill, get tested. Chill, hashtag get tested. Okay, boys. I met a guy today, man, that come from CBD.
Let me give her a shout out.
Sure, you gonna give a shout? Go ahead, bro.
I want to give a shout out to Joy Garrett Bay, Fight with Joy, which will advocate and provide support for men and women with cancer. You know, by her being a cancer survivor, right. You know,
hey, dude.
How you doing?
Hey, that's my homie. Boy, you good? Go ahead.
By her being a cancer survivor, and then she been through the trenches with this thing.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And she survived it.
Right.
And then she want to help others. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I want to do the same thing.
Okay.
You know, this right here is something private, this personal.
Yeah, for
this
you,
is my personal information about me. You know what I mean?
For you to even get up in front of all these people and talk about your condition states that you, number one, you're a man. Number two, you've helped yourself. Because when you sit around and not do anything but worry, it makes it worse on yourself.
That's what I told you in the beginning.
Yeah, worrying kills. You know, worrying is worse than that.
You got to do something with that energy.
Yeah, you got to
do something. I mean, you can even select to be negative about it, because I can just get negative about it, like I was in the 6th grade, or even worse, and take it out on everybody else. You know what I mean? Right. But I say, no, I'm listening to Allah. I hear His voice. You know what I mean? So I say, I'm gonna take the high road, and I'm gonna inform my brothers and my sisters, even though they don't have a prostate, but it's cancers. They need to be checked out every year.
Well, the women,
they get breast cancer.
Women get breast cancer, get cancer in the ovary. Ovary, you get also
ovarian cancer.
Yeah,
that's the thing. But see, women go to the doctor way more than we do.
Right.
You know, they notice any little thing, they gonna see the doctor.
Well, they observe their body more.
We see things, we ain't going nowhere, man. I'll be all right.
Yeah. We incline. That's the ego. That's the male ego.
Exactly.
The male ego will have you not in denial about what you really see. You see a lump, you know, I had that joke since 7th grade. I ain't really not. You know what I'm saying? That's how the male ego would be. You know what I mean? But really, you know, that joke get bigger and bigger every week. And that joke turn into a sawball. Now that joke was like a little, you know what I'm saying? So that's what the male ego do. The male ego trip you up. And just in case you come, just in case you coming in, you know, you're just coming in late on the scene. But there's a guy who went, brother Henderson ill, just found out last week that, you know, he has the lowest form of prostate cancer. He got tested, and you know,
It
it's
sound like Pat Collins. What
no,
he
it's
saying.
no
That nigga about
because
make
no. I'm
me
gonna tell you
cry.
something. Listen, listen, man. Listen. I just over the last 2 years, I just been through hell with my older sister with cancer. You know what
My
I'm saying?
son died from cancer.
Yeah. And see, and this is something my wife be talking about all the time, but I be kind of like combating her a little bit, but she always talk about, honey, you need to get this checked because, you know, your mama had it, your sister had it. So, you know, she always talks about where it comes from, along with what we do to get it too. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, your son had it. Now you have a low form of, my sister had it. My mother died from cancer.
Yeah,
My sister died. Now
passed
you got me wondering.
genetically.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
and
yeah.
you should. That right there should be a red flag
You're
for
right.
you to really
You're
stay
right.
on
You're
top
right.
of.
Yeah,
it.
I'm going to get my code. I'm going to get my.
For those who
Man,
out there
what is it?
listening,
Listen.
for those who
I'm going to get a prostate exam.
For those who out there listening,
I'm
if
going.
you ever had family members that had cancer, prostate cancer, whatever kind of cancer, that's a red flag for you to stay on top of
Right.
your health.
My wife get on me
Make
about that all the time.
That you good.
She gets on, and then my wife's father,
Yearly. Not
my wife's father, which is my daughter's grandfather, died from cancer, and her grandmother died from cancer, and her auntie died from cancer. So, right? Every time my wife said, when your father died, you need to get checked down too. I try to flip it. You need to get checked down too. Your father died. But for real, that's just me ducking. Because the last time I had my prostate.
You good.
No,
yeah.
The last time I had my prostate exam I was 48 years old. That was 10 years ago. What? I got to be honest. This is what this show is. I was 10 years old. I just left prison. I got my prostate. They said, you good?
When you going, Skin?
I'm going.
When you going to make an appointment?
To get your prostate exam.
That's not what I asked you.
I'm telling you, you want me to explain?
They want to know when you going to do it.
I got a doctor's appointment coming up on December the 20th. I got
on the 12th.
20th. Yeah, I'm going to see my doctor on the 20th.
Make sure you ask him to do it.
I'm going to, man, listen.
Get your blood
like the youngins say, on my mama, I'm going to schedule a prostate exam.
Don't nobody else do it and you do it, man.
No. This is serious. You hear? You man enough to deliver your spiel. I'm man enough to go get my prostate check again.
Look. Stop ducking.
Do blood work.
Yeah. That's
it gotta be done.
Sometimes you gotta ask for the extended blood work. Yeah.
I got a physical coming up on the 20th. I got a physical coming up on the 20th. So that's not a problem.
Right.
You know, I got a physical coming up on the 20th. So how y'all doing?
All right.
Come on in, bro. You good? Yeah, come on in, man. We family. Yeah, we all come on, sit down, girl. We might got some chocolate. And clear that boat.
That's south side right there.
Yeah, clear that boat, man. We all one family, man. Bring that on down. Yeah, girl, come on. You might have some insight on what's really going on, just in case y'all just coming in.
Trade day all day.
we got two celebrities that just came in. We got Rihanna and Chris Brown just came in. Look, so what we gonna do is, listen, man. What we gonna do is we gonna bring them up to speed because they just coming in. You probably want to know what we're talking about. What we're talking about today is Health Day. And the special guest is Brother S. Henderson Hill. Brother has just gave up his story where he went to the doctor a week ago and found out that he has
I can't believe I'm doing this.
The lowest form
of
prostate cancer, right? So he has, now he can break it down to you as far as, they got different.
How old are you?
They got different terms.
Still go.
Yeah, he
still go.
When 33 years old, you in the prime of your life.
Yes.
You gonna listen.
Yes.
At 33 years old, I'm 58. At 33, when I was 32 years old, 33 years old, I was in the best shape of my life.
Yes, sir.
Right? I was just coming home, doing 7 years. I was in blast. Crossover still good. No look was good. You know what I'm saying? The no look was good. You know what I'm saying? Everything was going on. It was going good. But see, that was in the 90s. You see, I tell people all the time about decades. Decades got a lot to do with what's really going on. And see, we in the 20s now, 2020s, right? In the 90s, DC was still a little bit more blacker than it is now. Right? It took them almost 20 years to get us down to like 47%. We're like 47% now. So we less than half. If you look at the numbers, we down to like 47%.
So you're saying it ain't Chocolate City no?
It's Mocha Land. You know what I'm saying? But let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Everybody that's ready. Let me tell you something. Everybody that's ready to jump on the gentrification band. See, because a lot, it's easy. People always take away how you can easy jump on the ship. It ain't gentrified. But look, let me tell y'all something. If you have any type of skill set, any type of business, now is the time to apply. You know why? Because people in DC got money.
Yeah, they
see, you can service them. They got people in DC. A lot of people in DC, they got the real money. They don't even have cars. They don't even have cars. See, I ain't talking about us because we got to get us a Bentley. You know what I'm saying? We live over Potomac God. We got to get us a ride. So, but I'm talking about the people that came from other cities that migrated here, that's making 150, 220, 280. You know what I'm saying? Those are salaries, and that's just one person, right? Now, those are the people that don't have. They catch Uber here. They do his. They do this. Those are little goofy jokers. Say, what is he in the bike lane for? He make $200 a year. He riding his bike, goofball, riding his bike downtown. Right? You know, man, if he don't get out the lane, I'm gonna knock him off that bike. You know what I'm saying? We rat race guys. We got cars. Someone's got 2-3 cars. Right? Expenses. But when you cut your expenses down, you start seeing some of your real money. You with me?
I'm with you, man.
Okay, all right, because you said you kind of messed up. You ain't been to work in a week, so I need to find some way you can make some money. You got to find some way you can make some money. But we got the new people here. Go sit down, sister. Relax yourself. We ain't letting no sister sit down. Okay, just in case y'all. What's your name, sis? Okay, Jasmine. How you doing, bro? I'm doing great. I'm doing great, man. Good to see you. I'm glad to have you in here, man. I feel bad if I would have told y'all to get. I ain't a Get Out type of dude. Did you like the movie Get Out? Did you see Get Out? Jordan Peele. Did you see Get Out? No, that was one of the hottest movies out. That was a good movie. It was really way out there.
Oh, the dude was running or something.
Yeah. Well, they actually. Yeah, that was a minute ago. Yeah, that was actually about a whole lot of stuff. A lot of people on, just like Black Panther and all that. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of stuff that they shoot is going on people's head. You know what I'm saying? Because they worry about funnel and all this other stuff. You know what I'm saying? So when you get lost in the midst of things, stuff go over your head because the message is coming. You just got to be receptive. You know what I'm saying? So this is what I got my daughter and always her girlfriend. We're multi-talented. That's my homie right there. We all family. So my motto has always been, us together, we stronger than apart, right? But we got forces that's working against us that keep us divided. Now, prime example, I'm going to throw this on the table. Deion Sanders left Jackson State, went to Colorado. Got some people over here saying, oh, man, you got everybody shiced up. He done got everybody in the hood with him. He done rolled out. Then you got some people saying, stop faking snap. The man getting $30 million over there, right? He got an opportunity to bring some guys from Colorado to a D1 school where he might have opportunity. What's your take?
Standing on our word that we pushing. When we first get in, we gonna buy black, teeth black, build black. You know what I'm saying? The money gonna come at the end of the day. We all not hustlers. You know what I'm saying? But like most black men, we sell out for the money. And I think Deion sold out on the movement.
God.
Especially when you get everybody riled up behind the sending black kids to black schools. You know what I'm saying? They sell out and then cover it like, oh, nah, we giving black kids another opportunity. You got 30 years. You know what I'm saying? But how many of them kids will get 30 years? How many of them M's you gonna get to the kids? You know what I mean? You said Colorado ain't gonna make you bring some big white boys. You know what I mean?
You know what's go ahead, bro.
I feel like that was the white man showing us again.
Good God
I
Almighty.
got control.
So,
Even though you got 30 M's, I'm still in control.
right.
Because if Dion had to stay a year or two and win again, endorsement come.
Mm-hmm.
The school make enough money where they don't give you the 30 now,
Mm-hmm.
but they'll make enough money in 2 years where they gotta give you the 30.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And so you're not gonna see the real 30 over there. And then you ain't gonna want to put up with her that they gonna put on you for giving you them 30. You know what I'm saying? No question. So, for me, 33 on 7 business here. You know what I'm saying? I like to stand on my word. You know what I'm saying? I got a huge following. So
I seen that in you. I was the photographer when y'all was campaigning over at Congress Heights and Dre Day all day. I was following him around. All y'all was with him. But what I'm saying is I recognize your loyalty because you stayed with that man the whole time. You've been with him for a minute. And man, yeah, that means a lot. But loyalty do mean a lot. You know what I mean? Your word, what you stand for. But I mean, there's so many different ways you can look at that situation about Dion, right? You know what I mean? What you said was valid and make a lot of sense. And man, I can appreciate that. You know what I mean? Because we need Dion in those type of positions. But Dion had his own, roadmap. It to me, it's about him going to being an NFL coach. Right.
So you look
Just
at the
like,
long haul.
looking at the long. But like you said, if he'd have stayed there, he still could accomplish the same thing. But he going over there for the more money. You know what I mean? That's his pursuit. That's his right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he did do some things in the HBCU that's outstanding. You know what I mean? He brought recognition to him. You know what I mean? Now somebody else got to pick up the mantle and keep it going.
So this is my thing. This is how I really move in life, right? I think when we step in roles of leadership, right, it really never be about us.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think some guys get on the platform and have hidden agendas.
It ain't
They know
about
what
you.
to say, but at the end of the day, it's about them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when you get everybody geared up, because think about it, when you make a decision on that level, that affects kids that's in 9th and 10th grade who are already in deals with colleges and turn deals down last year or the year before based off of what Dion has sold.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To the black community. So now they got to renege on where they say they want to go because the man went another direction.
You saying that?
That's very interesting.
Listen,
man, you got a solid case, man.
But listen,
But
this
my
is why,
man right
no,
here.
no. That's why I see this.
That's
why,
man. That's so.
That's why I
valid.
always like to hear people's point of view, man. Because your eyes get bigger based on what you see. You know what I'm saying? Your ears get better based on what you hear, right? So my man just dropped some jewels, right? He broke it down to dimensions.
Yes, he did.
Now he's saying, because see, every day, me and my wife, we like Republican and Democrat. We go to war on the ride to work, but we're not Republicans and Democrats. It's just the battle that we have. Said we building the tools of the workshop of the mind. So I'm saying that she gave her view, and then I came back with a rebuttal. And I was saying, even if Dion gonna take the 30, right, it's gonna be one kid. It's one kid over there, right? He left the block to focus strictly on Jackson State. He said, Slim, I'm gone. Might have had a joint and a half, brick or two. He said, man, look, you had that. So no, see, this happens. I'm going to play football. I ain't with that no more. He get to Jackson State, Dion say he gone. Guess where he going? Right? Because see, you got to realize where they were getting a lot of those athletes from. They were getting a lot of those athletes from the inner city, right? So these are really the most talented guys. Some dudes' grades might be low because they can't get in certain colleges or whatever, but your skill set will get you some shine because Dion was like a path. He was exploited. Dion, to me, It's just me, but some people's arguing, man, you talking about, man, hey, I ain't hating on Dion because Dion already up. I gotta hate on somebody that's up. You know what I mean? Dion up. So it can't be about the money. He been up. He prime. He prime. So I was saying, when Dion left, I was like, wait a minute, he only been there 2 years. And he did all that in 2 years. Just imagine what he could have did in 5 years. Right? He got a lot, he got sponsorship, he got the field, he put up some of his money. And then it's kind of like, once you start doing the research a little bit, it's kind of like look like Dion set all this up because he was giving his own money and, because he was putting in, Colorado, just for the record, hasn't got to 30 million yet. That's one of the things that they talking about too now. Now all of a sudden, 30 million.
What they pay a
that's what
NFL coach? What they pay?
It varies on your expertise and how much you can generate. 15, 20, 25, 30, depends on who you are. Depends on who you are, your experience, your winning percentage. It factors into different things. Parcells could get top dollar. I mean, not Parcells. The boy for the Patriots, he can get top dollar. Belichick, he get top dollar. Sean Payton, he get top dollar. They go by that winning percentage and how they develop players and how good the rapport is. And it's like your credit history. Yeah, we gonna get, man. I'm behind the wheel, Slim. Slim, I'm DC's finest. We gonna rub shoulders. Listen, we gonna rub. Hey, listen, man. Listen. All I do is just be me. We gonna rub shoulders. Listen, I like you. Yeah, that's why I tell you, try to ease on it. Now get on in, boy. Say a couple more things. Don't say no one more thing. Say a couple more things.
Our job was trouble.
And you're an athlete. You went up against Burks. That's my nephew. You and Burks went head to head. That's my nephew. Yeah. You try to put him in his place, but he got hard. He a good kid. Yeah, you gotta love him. You gotta love Burks. You gonna love him. Yeah. But go ahead. Yeah. He went head to head against Burks. Yeah, they had that. Yeah. Yeah, I'm on point, homie. I'm with you, Slim. But go ahead, look, man. Yeah.
I was gonna say, for me, man, it's like a generation thing. You know what I'm saying?
Hold up. What you just
Man,
said?
let the man go.
Hold on.
Let him go, man.
Let
him go.
Hold on. What you just say again? Use that key word again. Oh my God, this man a fly on the wall.
Let the man go.
Go ahead, bro.
Let him go.
Go ahead, bro.
I was saying like a movement like I had. You know what I'm saying? We got to understand. I remember, I listened to that a lot. You know what I'm saying? I got to go to the game. As a kid a lot, and he was talking about how the man, when him and his brother went in there, and they were trying to cut him a deal. And it was like $1 million, $2 million deal. He turned it down, and he was talking about how he told his brother, he like, Slim, if he can give us $1 million right now, how much money do you think we really worth? You know what I'm saying?
Dion really worth 100.
Dion.
He worth 100.
In this moment, looking at his ceiling clothes, but he don't know that white man.
He talks
know that his movement in 5 years is way more than 30.
Exactly.
Because he gonna build so many black, you know what I'm saying, NFL pros.
Exactly.
Hey, sis, how you? Come on in, babe. Come on in.
These young ladies, they star in the movie.
Man, that's something. We want them in here. They stars. Man, Gabrielle Union, Rihanna. Come on, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead, Slim. I'm with you. Cause that's how we got. Look, we got to title them up. We got to title them here. We ain't gonna call them Shanae and Boo Boo. We gonna call them. You know what I'm saying? We gonna bring them up. So if they fall from there, they good. Go ahead. I'm with you. Come on home, team. I'm with you. Oh man, I'm solid as they come home. We ain't got down to this shit. Go ahead.
That's what I was thinking though. When you kind of made that decision. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I think sometimes we make rational decisions. You know what I'm saying? Based off of like right now. You know what I'm saying? But I was even inspired. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm more like my son. He graduated from the private school. I never went to private school, but it's gonna be on the scholarship.
Right.
I was even saying like after high school, my son like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like after high school, you're gonna HBCU.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But then I'm like, damn, Slim, we got people
Right.
who is pushing that on us.
Right.
Even the kids.
Right.
You know, they're like, damn, Deion sold us out. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
It's a big
you know,
letdown.
it's
It's I think it's a big letdown.
yeah.
But I'm gonna tell you something else. This is what a lot of people don't do. This is what a lot of times people don't do the behind the scenes work. One thing about the others, they already know your financial status.
No question.
They know what they can throw out there for you to grab. They done peeked at Deion's books. Deion a little fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah, he ain't fucked up to the point where we can see because he prime.
Right.
But they saying, damn, damn, in 2020 he was worth 110. Man, 2021 he worth 80. Now he worth 40. Let's throw him another 30. See, they already know all the numbers. I tell people all the time, the numbers game. They know the numbers. Everything about numbers. You know what I'm saying? Everything about numbers. They tricky with names and all. It's about them numbers. You know what I'm saying? Everything about them numbers now. Yeah, everything about them numbers. But this is my man right here. This dude gave up. Y'all, if you go back and check the interview out, he, like Deion sold his soul for Colorado, he sold his soul for Slink TV. When I say sold his soul, I mean, that's my daughter. Then I'm gonna get to you, man. Listen, I sent my daughter to private school. You see, you like me. You sound like a young me. You know what I'm saying? Just out to 20 years. That's what I like about you. But look, my daughter, I sent her to private school, right? She didn't want to go. I made her go, right? She don't want to go. She wanted to go because she's just like me. So I said, I had to do something to put you in a better position than me because you would have been like me. You know what I'm saying? I want my daughter to be bigger than me. You know what I'm saying? Because I know my daughter. She is a car. I got a son, 2 daughters. This one, you got to know your kids too. She's a carbon copy. So if I don't put her in the best position, then she going to resort back. You know what I'm saying? I already said if she was, that's why. She's
sharper than you.
She
That
definitely sharp.
generational thing is taking it.
Oh,
up
now
high.
you want to go
But
back to the generation.
hold up.
Now
Let me
he want to
check
go.
something.
Now he
No,
want to
I gotta
use the
check
generational jump.
I gotta check something.
Okay, hold on.
Because he said I sold my soul.
No.
Ho.
Oh,
No, I ain't selling myself.
Huh?
Look.
Was I wrong? Listen. Okay, let me bring the brothers in because you did an excellent. Don't get caught up on the words. The reality of what
words got me.
No, I'm telling you.
Words got me.
I'm telling you, you're right. You're right. But I'm also telling you, I used the wrong word.
Exactly.
I used the wrong word to describe actually what he did. Right? I'm 1 cup in. So look. See, you gotta see, he could be honest. But look, check this out, Slim. This is what I'm telling you.
You was in?
Listen. Before you came in, and it was for y'all to get something too, and then I'll let you go. No, you cool. See, before you came in, I told him a thing about it. I dropped the jewel.
Oh man, here we go again.
See,
man.
he don't want to hear, but he come right in and talk about generation.
Bro.
Okay, look. There's a mechanic.
Help me out.
There's a mechanic. Let me give it to him. This is new people. Mechanic is the best mechanic in the whole DC. He got a son. He got a son. He got a son. He teaches son, right? He teaches son with his sons wanting to be a mechanic because he sees his daddy a mechanic.
Oh, he wants to be a mechanic.
Yeah, I gotta give it to him.
That ain't how you said it.
No, because you tried to interrupt it with all this.
No.
He see the glass half empty instead of half full. But look, we're gonna get back. You take a daddy, top mechanic in DC, right? Take a girl. Her mother's the baddest model in the DMV. The daughter wants to be like the mama, right? She put everything into the daughter. The daughter be better than the mama, right? The daughter have a baby. Now grandma and mom put it into the grandbaby, right? The grandbaby be better than both of them, right? And you take a grandfather that's some shit, and he have a son, and he don't give him shit. And he have a son, and that daddy don't give him shit. What you think you gonna end up with?
No telling. Ain't no telling.
No,
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Check this out. Check this out.
Uh-oh.
Okay, see, you sound like okay. Let me.
No, ain't no
hold
sound
on,
like
hold on.
no.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. I told you it's about the numbers, right? You want to be in the 2 category or you want to be in the 8 category? You want to be a 2 or 8? No, hey, hold up. Answer that question. Okay, but that 10 wasn't on the table. So how you going to? Yeah.
It wasn't, but that's what I'm reaching for.
Okay, go ahead.
So if that's what I'm reaching for, then no matter what happens for me, I still got the ability to change it.
Okay.
But see, here go the piece.
No, let her go, let her
Nah,
go.
she on it.
No, let her explain it. You are.
Generational things are true. It is true to have generational things, but also it is true to break it. So no matter what happens before you, it's up to you to put that, optimism enough to be able to execute.
That's
And that's why I answered the question.
Yes, sir.
But I'm sorry, I gotta go.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank
Yeah.
you.
that's a-
Thank you. Thank you. Thank
you're a
you.
rapper.
Thank you.
Oh.
You are a star.
Oh,
You
you're a
are a
rapper.
star.
Oh,
You are a star.
Okay, all right, okay. Now you rap your way out of here. That was good. See, the rapper slick, man. Oh, Pooh Shiesty, Sean, and you talk. see, you know what? You see, and that's good. Because what she's saying is
What I said. She's saying what I'm saying.
and that's good.
Because this is what I wanted to say, Skin.
That's you.
This what I wanted to say. God made us all great. He put a greatness in all of us. No matter what somebody else try to put in you, God put something great in you. And if you can go down there and activate and pull it out, it don't matter what what came down the line, you can be different.
So,
but you, like you said, it's the numbers.
So hold on.
It's the numbers.
Oh, you
It's
don't
the
you got a landscaping business? You got a landscape business too. You didn't talk about that too, right?
What is
a okay? Oh no, a seed without cultivation is nothing. It's just a seed. When you get a seed, when you plant a seed, you got to water the seed. You got to till the seed. You can't just put a seed in the ground.
But
and
different
grow
things.
a tall tree.
You ever seen a rose grow out of concrete?
Yeah.
So that
guess what they do? They weed eat it. They weed whack that rose in concrete.
Oh my God! You just gonna cut my point off?
Oh, go
ahead. A rose grow out of condition that you would think that nothing like that could grow out there. Out of that condition.
Why is our mentality to try to squeeze through the smallest holes to get success? That just don't make sense. Why I'm saying why would you want to look at life through a peephole when you got the whole front window?
I'm just saying.
Go ahead.
Yes.
I think the point that you're trying to make is it's easier or better for that rose to thrive if it has the nutrition from the people before them or people you could trust.
True.
That has the best interest at heart for you.
True.
Rather than trying to grow yourself or look to people who don't have your best interest, who are giving you bad advice. That's how you come out better, and that's why you pass down that generational thing, because that's how you grow. Like, if you're trying to do it on your own, it always takes a village. So you're not going. Yes, you can. Prosper,
of course you can. That's how great we are. That's how great we are.
Yes.
That's how great we are.
Prosper,
our people are examples.
That's what.
You know what we came through?
Yeah.
They took our history. They took our religion. They separated the children from the mothers and the fathers, right? But now look at some of our people, not the ones that ain't doing that. Look at some of we got some of the greatest people because our ancestors, it's in our bloodline. But they try to destroy us mentally, you know what I mean? Religiously, you know what I mean? Family-wise, they try to disrupt the family order, right? But 400 years later, man, we regrouping. We coming back, but at the same rate, we still got a lot of stuff that need to be cleaned up. But my point is, his point is valid. You know what I mean? It's better. You just like you saying, it's better to go that route. But sometimes, even if that route is not available, you still have the ability to rise up and be great because you got greatness in you.
I agree with
Nobody can take that greatness out.
I agree with that. I agree.
It's in there. You just got to activate.
I never said we wasn't great.
No, I'm just saying.
I never said.
I don't need you to. I don't need you
Slow
to.
down. You move your hands too much. Slow down. Move your hands too much. You little old Joe. You move that left hand too much. I know you left-handed. So you know what I mean. No, I wasn't talking about. Man, I never denied that we wasn't great.
I'm just saying that's how great we are, Skinny. That's all I'm saying.
I know we great.
Look at you.
Listen.
Look at you.
Listen. First of all, I'm gonna give some shout outs to Rebel Rousers over here located on 2904 Minnesota Avenue. Go to the website. You can actually find out how you can start your own podcast. You also can record in the studio. You have several things that you can do here. Check out the website. Number 2, giving a shout out to The Garden, which is located on 1541 New Jersey Avenue, Washington, D.C., 2001. For more information, go to www.dcthegarden.co, IG The Garden Gifts.
Hey, I'd like to give a shout out to my wife, right? Because she you know, if it wasn't for her, I would have ducked this. You know what I mean? It was some situations where they set up dates and I was like, man, I ain't got time for that. I ain't doing it. And she be on my line. You know what I mean? You go ahead and do it and make sure you all right. And she just kept on, you know, staying in my ear, staying by my side. And man,
that's what wives do.
So I'm saying it's a blessing to have a good partner like her.
Yeah, it is.
Carol and Henderson, that's my wife. You know what I mean?
Shout out to Carol. Carol, and I know that you are phenomenal.
Yes, ma'am.
And see, this is this is one of the reasons why I had you on here, because for real, that's when I always say we more alike than different. You know what I'm saying? I just lost a sister, lost my mom. So,
my son had and my uncle, he got prostate cancer. He in stage 4. I got a low grade of it, right? They scored the prostate with the Gleason score, and this is 6, and that's the lowest grade that they got. You know what I mean? So I got a very good chance, 99% chance of, beating this thing. I'm at war.
You're gonna beat it.
That's all. That's
cancer now. They told me it's about the ones in my lymph nodes is gone completely.
Okay. Praise Allah.
But the one in the middle of my eye, that is about the size of a dime.
Yes, ma'am.
That's my daughter's name.
I had breast cancer, so they removed both of them.
Yes, ma'am.
And this
you a fighter.
You a fighter, yeah.
You need to be up here talking.
Yeah, but see, she is here. She's always here.
Yeah.
She had breast cancer. She had breast cancer, and then some days
the treatment make you real sick?
Well, see, they say the type of cancer I have is a rare form of cancer that's only found in Asian people.
Wow.
Oh, well, that means you got Asian descent.
And the doctor asked me, had I just traveled from China? And I asked him, what did that have to do with it? But it's like in the middle of my head, and it sets on the bone that separates my brain from
that's my homie, Big L. Mm-hmm.
And some days I'm over here today because we upstairs.
Right, with the movie.
Yeah, with the movie.
Mm.
And but some days it's good, and some days it's like I just don't want to do nothing but lay there.
Yeah, that's how my sister was.
Yeah, I'm going through periods and now I don't even want to talk to somebody. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it changes. Like almost like a woman when she get hot flashes.
Right, I be saying, dang, people probably get tired of me telling them.
No, we don't. We don't get tired because you know what? Believe it or not, this is why people gotta. When people talk about that, nobody gets tired of hearing it. You know why? Because we all been affected by it. When
all susceptible to it,
and we've been affected by it too.
You didn't select to have cancer. It selected you, and it can be that way for anybody.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But your story is so impactful because if somebody do get it, you can learn how to survive it. It's a storm. You can't change the storm, but you can survive the storm. You can be stable in the storm. And to see you, walking around doing what you're doing, and you've been through all that war, all that carnage, and you're an inspiration.
So how do you after chemo? How do you feel after chemo? Some days you feel just like you don't want to be.
Well, I think I mean 2 different types of chemo, magnesium,
What about the fluid chemo? They got you on the fluids?
Yes, they stick it. I went.
Yeah.
I got a thing.
Yeah. Same thing my sister had, yeah.
Yeah,
And they put it in this thing.
yeah,
man,
yeah.
because my veins in my arms are
Yes,
gone.
yes,
They burnt out.
yes.
So they put this thing in my chest. So tomorrow when I go, I'm only going to get one bag. Some days, some Fridays, I get one bag of chemo, 2 bags of saline, the magnesium, a bag of iron. And,
That's what my sister used to
and then
get. She
I
get all
a
that.
bag of
Yeah, that's what my sister used to get. That's what they call the fluids.
Stuff, yeah, I get this stuff to help me from being nauseous.
Right. That's what she used to get.
But sometimes that don't work.
Right.
It's like, I'm just starting to feel good. Yesterday,
Mm,
I was nauseated ever since last Friday.
mm.
So I started yesterday. I felt better. Today I really didn't want to come out, but I'm in this movie they doing, so
Mm-hmm.
I have to make sure I stay on point with what's going on. And it's rough.
Yeah, I know it's rough, sister.
You see all that strength radiating over there.
Well, let's see. Let's pray.
Let's
Let's pray. Let's pray. We're gonna pray for you. We're gonna pray for you. I'm gonna take a minute out to talk about before we close, because we're great close. This month, we lost a lot of people in our neighborhood. We lost about 5 or 6 people in 1 month. We lost Bernard Richardson, Stephen Doy, Michael Belly's mom passed, Michael Wilson, Spoon's mother just passed today or yesterday. Wendell Moore and Daryl Bellin and Michael Wilson and John who?
Live across the street from your mother's house. Got a little daughter named Erica.
John, what is his last name, dude?
Kind of dark skinned guy, cut the grass and stuff. Live right next door to Betty Jean's in them house.
Oh, father?
Yeah, Erica's father.
The John, the man who cut the grass, the brown skinned man. Yeah, he always been in great shape. He been cutting grass. He got money. He been chilling. Yeah, that's Erica. You're right. She got a daughter, a light skinned girl, real kind of laid back. Oh, he died.
In that same vein, my uncle died. They found him in the bed looking at TV. He had a massive heart attack. Daryl Thomas. Daryl Thomas. Yeah, he died at
That's
home.
Lil Rock's son named Daryl Thomas. I said that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, his funeral was Monday.
What's your cousin's name? Wanda Morgan. Man, we lost a lot of people, man. Look, but you know what? Every December before we close up, yep, Lil Rock's ex-wife, the Lord Light Stacy. That's her name, Stacy. Rostacia. Yeah. She was a pretty little girl too. She looked like you a little. Don't she look like Lil Rock's wife? I'm telling you, she looked like you. Rostacia looked like you a little bit. She do look like Rostacia, don't she, Slim? Yeah, she's a pretty little girl, huh?
Her funeral was the same day as Bernard Richardson.
Yeah.
She looked healthy and strong.
Man, listen, man. We getting at that age, man, where people ain't just got to get shot to die. People dying from illnesses, and we getting up there to the point now where we're more conscious now because we pay attention, huh? 2022.
And then I'm gonna tell you what, our generation is dying off earlier than our parents.
Exactly.
See, our parents, they lived to be 80,
You're right.
90, but look at us, we dying at the age
65. You're right.
Rose Stacy.
You're right, because my mother was 84 years old. My sister died at 67.
My parents was 80 something. A lot of the parents,
That's a good point, dude.
and I tell you the truth, like Rose Stacy, Bernard
hear?
Richardson, and all of them.
Tina.
Those are
Oh,
young.
she probably can't hear. Can she hear you? That's a
This was at 7:39.
Oh, yeah.
She
She
texted
probably
me
is.
saying she couldn't hear nothing.
Yeah, text her back. Say, can she hear you? Oh yeah, you gonna have some bright
But,
moments.
a lot. It's our generation dying off early.
Yes.
Man, that's a good point.
He ain't living to be 80 and 90.
It's the food. It's the
It's the food.
Yeah,
food.
it's
the
the
food.
poison food.
It's the food.
And that them CDC people keep calling me, talking about come and get this here COVID shot.
No, you're not gonna make him nothing.
I told
Don't
him,
make
okay.
him any.
Because see, before I got them COVID shots, I was normal.
Right.
But then once I got them COVID shots, now look at here.
You ain't got no boobs. They didn't.
Nope, and I had a nice set of 42 devils.
But you know what? I'm gonna tell you something else. This is what a lot of people don't know. And now we starting to see just get on a little bit of entertainment and all that.
I get upset about it too.
Yeah, this to move around. All the people that was kind of like, or a lot of people that's kind of like up there or quote in the media, a lot of those people are being reprimanded for not taking the COVID shot. Kyrie Irving. Now Ice Cube is coming out. Now he's saying that they holding his Fridays. They got his Fridays. They done took his Fridays.
A movie.
Yeah, he can't get his Fridays. New Line brought cinema or something like that, so they own it now. You know what I'm saying? So he's saying he don't know what they're going. He been asking for it to do that. Man, would you pay for your own movie? He said, no, why would I pay for something I created? But he don't realize just because you created it, don't mean you own it. And I'm surprised at him because if I was him, you know, he said he lost a job because he didn't want to get the shot. It cost him $9 million.
Yeah.
You seen that? Yeah, he talked about where he. Friday. Oh, the Friday. That's out now. The Fridays is I think New Line Cinema or something sold it to, you know, one of them big Jones, Lion Gates or Universal, whatever they gobbled. Big bank took little bank. So they brought New Line Cinema. New Line Cinema was distribution. So now they own it. Now he been going back and forth, and that's why he had a conference, and he was talking about he don't know what's up with Hollywood and woo and all that. Hollywood ain't no good.
That thing mess you up.
Chuck Brown said, if you think about going to Hollywood, you better bless yourself. Didn't he say that? You remember that? If you think about going to Hollywood, you better bless yourself, because ain't nobody else going to bless you. Where the hell it go, baby?
You got it twisted.
Okay, there you go. Come on, there you go.
Yes,
All right, break it down.
go ahead and play that thing.
Yeah, see. Oh, man, this little Hennessy,
Yes, sir.
that little Hennessy
Yes, sir.
Moscato kicking in. Slim. That Moscato got his memory on one time. He went to the Metro Club on that joke. Go ahead, babe.
Money is the root of all evil.
Yeah, I believe,
That old say, that's true.
I believe that.
Gotta do a lot of stuff to get up
Listen,
Jay-Z's.
listen. This is something I really believe in. A lot of people don't believe. This is what I was trying to see. Young people, they don't really understand. They think, oh, you can be great. No, you can survive it. I'm not saying you can't. But certain people that's on certain levels, there's no way in the world Jay-Z is that much smarter than everybody that we know to get to where he done something.
Yeah.
Now he put some work in. Don't get me wrong. I ain't saying,
He ain't gonna tell you what
no,
he did.
but it's something going on
Right.
to the point where one person can get this far and everybody else can just scramble around.
Exactly. And then on top of that, when you sit back and think about it, you gotta do some things you don't want to do.
Well, a lot of stuff is coming out now.
Guess what? The moment Jay-Z tell that white man no,
Right.
then he gonna be sitting down here behind that table talking.
Well, we're going to get something to eat, babe. We got 12 minutes left. We got 12 minutes left.
Even though they got that money like
Yeah.
that, it's the color of your skin that matters.
Yeah.
So you can have all the money you want, but when you tell that white man like Kanye West,
Mm-hmm.
everybody Kanye West crazy, he crazy. But see, he's really not crazy.
Mm-hmm.
He's telling people
What's going on.
what's really going on behind the closed
But
doors.
listen, they so far in, they don't want to hear it.
Right. And
They trying to make even people that look like us, they gonna get, oh man, he tripping. Man, he really does. Now they just believe anything the media
like
say
he
about him.
said, once he said that stuff about Jewish people got, start and look at them. They don't do all they don't practically clean them out almost.
Yeah, that's a heck of a clean out. 400 million net worth. God damn, that's still good. Jesus Christ.
Terrible.
400 million.
This man is just terrible.
Well, listen, we got 12 minutes left. I want to thank everybody for coming out. I want to thank our producer. I want to also thank my guest, Brother S. Henderson Ill.
Why you keep hesitating on my name like that?
What is your name?
S. Henderson Hill.
Look how
They
quick.
call me
Man,
Stan.
did you see how did you see how it went into his 96.3 S. Henderson Hill? You see how he went into
I'm
his little
trying to
radio
figure
personality?
out.
Now when he talk, why you keep calling my name like
He
that?
keep on talking about something.
This is what we do every time we get
I
together.
want
See,
to
we
thank
colleagues.
my brother S.
We-
Like he's
Henderson
trying to,
Hill.
he reaching for it somewhere.
Henderson Hill, see, we colleagues.
Man, this
All
man,
my colleagues, we've been to college together.
Right.
Right. We both got master's degrees. We've been to college together. Now I got a PhD. He got a master's degree. Both of us went to college together. We both went to Penn State. So look, yeah, both of us went to Penn State. Graduated from Penn State, and
testing 1, 2.
I got so much respect for him because I known him back when 20 years. If you could see somebody evolve like 20 years ago to now, and you see what they become, you be proud of them. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes people tell me, Ernie, I'm proud of you, man. I can't believe, because they know your struggle. They know what you've been through. Like, Slim, you out there, you working, man. You done established something. You got to, they trying to make me seem like I'm Donnie Simpson or something. Man, you got to, what's your show? Man, they be talking. I said, man, I'm just trying to create a platform that my people can get on. I ain't chasing the stars. I believe all of us stars.
I gotta come to your shop, but my hair's coming out.
I cut it all off.
But I don't want to be shaved like
No. When I cut it off, you're going to still have the hair to the point where you can't see your scalp. See, one thing about when you're losing your hair, one thing about when your hair is low, this is what people don't understand. When whatever the thinnest point of your hair is on your head, that's what you need to take your hair down to. Because if you don't, then the thin point highlights how bald you
We
are.
ain't doing that.
Huh?
All that pretty hair.
Yeah. Yeah, people like, don't cut my hair. Shorty, you got a patio right there. We talking about don't cut the sides. You can look like Bozo. You're growing on the side.
Right,
And
right.
yeah.
I want that thing to be even with the top.
No, see what we will do for you, because your top is not going to grow at a rate that it should. What we do is we'll take
Bring
your
the
sides
sides
down and get it off your ear, which will make your top look higher.
Right.
It's
There
about
it
perception.
is.
You know,
There it
perception is reality. What you think is true, but it's really not the truth.
This all-
I ain't gonna keep getting y'all this game. Man, y'all mama think this
Drop
shit
the
free.
mic.
Listen, y'all, listen. See, they have trained us to make us believe that perception is reality. So when I say that, that means what you see is what you think is true. That's not the truth itself.
Not necessarily too.
See, he gonna bat everything I say. That's what he is. He's a good tennis player. He gonna hit it No, but I like him though. Huh? Who?
What place?
What place?
Who- Ain't nobody cooking nothing.
Oh,
no more.
he listen. He retired from. Listen.
I've been driving dump trucks.
Let me tell you what.
I've been driving.
Let me tell you what he be done. Let me tell you what he done.
Last
I gotta
year
get
or
him
so.
out of his shell. What he done? He done clammed back up. This boy got this man got a 42 passenger bus, right? Oh, that's Kings to me and trips all day long. No. See, you got to think like that's trips to New York all day long.
See, you
Right?
don't know the whole story.
No, I'm just talking about possibilities. You know what I'm saying? You can't do nothing if I don't have a bus. So I know I can't take 40 people to Kingston. It's part 2. I know what you're saying. You're trying to get another part 2. I got you. But look, anyway, we're gonna move right on. No,
Hey,
man, I want
this
listen.
man been curring me
Listen.
the whole night.
No, listen, man.
Hey, bro.
Listen, man, listen.
If this man been curring me.
Man, listen. Pull that up, Jermaine. Who was that made that long paragraph right there? Let me see what they talking about. Okay, that's my man. Slink Coffee enamus has been known to heal people from cancer that has metastasized to the fourth, but to stage 4, but pride keep many from doing it. Cancer is a very serious, but when they tell you to go, I say what you have to lose. Do your research. Coffee enamus. It's huge. You. I ain't got to read all to tell you that his base of what he's saying is try coffee enamus.
Try the coffee.
Enemas.
Coffee enemas. Oh no, I ain't gonna be able to do that.
Coffee enema.
Why?
Oh,
Huh?
You know what an enema is?
Yeah, that's the thing. You
I
stick
tried
up
to
in
dress
there.
it up. I said unanimous, but it's
Them enemas.
man, I know what an enema is. What the hell wrong with you? I'm 58 years. I know what an enema is.
I can't.
I ain't never took an
I'm
enema
gonna eat
number
the
one time.
tomatoes. I'm gonna eat the.
I had
I'm gonna go ahead and eat the tomatoes.
Man, I took an enema one time. Yes. See, I don't want to get a story. My wife might listen. My wife might be listening. They got a little bullet. They got a little bullet enema that you supposed to take. A little bullet.
Hey,
You know what I'm
stop while you're ahead. We're gonna have a
I
conversation.
was talking. My wife was talking about, what's that bullet for enema you talking about? My wife, no, she should have been a lawyer. We'd be, huh?
I think it's called a suppository or something.
Right, they got cuter names for it. But an enema lets you know it's enema. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and that's what the word enema. See, they had to use a much more cuter word, suppository. But enema, like, hold on,
What
what you
that
putting
brother
in me?
was talking about the coffee enema, he might be correct, but I ain't built up that kind of.
Yeah, well, right now you still at.
I'm eating tomatoes right now.
He eating
kiwi.
tomatoes. Okay, he did say that.
I'm eating tomatoes
eating
because they
tomatoes.
say they #1 for helping cancers, period, but for the prostate.
Walnuts.
And I'm gonna tell you right
Walnut.
now,
Okay. Let's put that run across the stage. That okay. Jermaine, could you run that across some of the things that's been what they call recommended were walnuts. You ain't gotta say all of what I said. Walnuts, tomatoes, and he said enemas, coffee enemas have been suggested as remedies for cancer. That's good, ain't it? Yeah, or holistic remedies. Those are holistic. Those basically will be categorized as holistic remedies.
and I think sometimes sleep is best due to the holistic way. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, like I said, they give me in this IV bag, they give me this medication that's supposed to keep me from getting nauseated from the chemo, right? But now this medication don't turn me into a damn diabetic.
Oh yes, the
Because
side
I'm on
effects.
steroids.
The side effects.
Right.
Yeah, everything that they give
So
you has
it's
side
like,
effects.
come on now. So and then on top of that, they want me to take for the diabetes thing. They want me to take this here pill every day called some kind of pill. They want me to take.
I think my daughter's sister was taking that too.
Yeah, but the pill will mess your kidneys up.
Right. So
There's
a lot
always
of
a side effect.
well, that's what
One
I'm saying.
thing-
See, people laugh at the holistic cures, but a lot of the medical cures got side effects that harm other parts of your body.
Right.
Right?
How you think slaves lived to be 115 and all that stuff? They didn't have aspirins and everything. They went out there and they cut a piece of bark off of a tree
Mm-hmm.
and they boiled it, made a tea or some kind of something they could put on a bite or something, and it was gone.
And they believe that. You know, you got to, that's back to what Stan said. You got to, belief is what man thinks is true. Fruition is the truth itself, right? You talking to your fan club?
Yeah,
She said, no, don't do that. That's not gonna work.
Who are you talking to?
Huh?
Who are you talking to? Close the show. All right, let me close the show. The producer said close the show, man. They're kicking me out the joint. Yeah, all right, we got to go, man. Thanks a lot, man. Thanks everybody for tuning in. We are here at Rebel Rousers on 2904 Minnesota Avenue. This is Slink TV. Get with me, share the show. Get with me if you want a live
Yes,
interview.
sir.
Thank you. Thanks again for coming in.
Thank you, sir.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate you.